I beat my little sister's boyfriend up, and now she refuses to talk to me. Beat up my sister's boyfriend, and now she's mad at me. I'm a 20-year-old guy with two Olivia, who's 25, and Mia, who's 15. This is about Mia. But about 6 to 7 months ago, Mia started dating a 16-year-old named Mark. She was crazy about him and believed he could do no wrong. Thought he seemed like a decent kid, and since Mia was happy, I just let things be. However, a few weeks ago, I noticed she was coming home with bruises. I asked her about it, but she avoided the question, so I informed our parents and left it at that. 2 days ago, Mark came over for dinner. The evening was fun, lots of laughter and jokes. After dinner, Mia and Mark went to her room. I had to pass by her room on my way to mine and heard strange noises. With her door slightly open, I peeked in and saw Mark hitting her not playfully but with real punches and slaps. Mia just sat there, accepting it like it was normal. I lost my temper, stormed into the room, grabbed Mark by the collar, and started hitting him. By the time my parents pulled me off, Mark had a broken nose and a swollen lip. I kicked him out, telling him never to show up again. My parents understood the situation but thought I overreacted. Mia, however, was furious, insisting I attacked him for no reason. She claimed it was normal behavior, and when I tried to tell her it wasn't, she refused to listen. She demanded I apologize to Mark. Olivia tried talking to her, but Mia wouldn't listen to her either. The next day, Mia stormed into my room, shouting that I ruined her relationship after Mark broke up with her. I'm at a loss, torn between protecting Mia and her lingering feelings for Mark. I need advice on how to make her understand. TL doctor found my sister's boyfriend hitting her, beat him up, he broke up with her, and now she's angry with me. Edit. Just to clarify, this isn't an update. I'm not from the US, so there are cultural differences at play. I genuinely want advice on helping my sister, not lying for attention as some have suggested. Update. Thanks for all the advice. I reached out to a domestic violence shelter for brochures and left them around the house. While Mia seemed to grasp the situation better, she still wasn't speaking to me. Olivia came over with her husband James and had a heartfelt talk with Mia, explaining that what Mark did wasn't love or normal, and that I acted to protect her. Mia finally talked to me, still short and snappy, but I'll take it. The next day, all 4 of us went to Mia's school and met with the school official discipline in charge, I think to discuss the situation. We also set up a meeting with Mark and his parents. We later went out for lunch, and Mia and I had a conversation. I expressed how much I loved her and couldn't stand seeing her hurt. We both apologized to each other. At the meeting the following day, Mark's parents were shocked when they learned what really happened. They initially thought his injuries came from a skating mishap. After hearing the truth, they were furious with Mark. His mother, coming from an abusive past, was especially outraged. They apologized to Mia, and we decided not to press charges on either end. Yesterday, Mia came home, and we had a family discussion about everything. Mark was suspended from school, and they held an assembly on abuse. My siblings and I spoke about Mia possibly getting therapy. Our parents had convinced her that therapy was useless, but after discussing it, she agreed to try. I'll cover the expenses, keeping it a secret from our parents for now. I'm incredibly grateful for all the support and advice. I'll take Mia to a therapist soon and work on healing from the emotional manipulation Mark subjected her to. It may take time, but I'm confident we'll get through it. If things remain stable, this might be the last update. Thanks again for your help.
Story 2.
Trust your dog. I saw my dog become very alert when my wife got near our 10-year-old son. A few weeks back, she tried to tickle him and our dog growled, snapped at her, and chased her out of the room. This raised suspicions. Our dog loves my wife and acts very gentle. Later, I asked my son, "Why do you think did that?" He didn't want to answer, but I got him to tell me that my wife had hit him when she was angry and told him not to tell me or she wouldn't love him anymore. Bitch, he's a well-mannered child. Not that poor behavior would justify it, but his worst offense involves dropping dirty socks on the ground and needing reminders to complete his schoolwork. It came to light that she had struck him once before we even got a dog, and I was unaware. I also discovered instances of emotional abuse such as saying, "I won't love you if you don't fold your laundry." That woman. Damn, just putting that into words makes me despise her. She revealed her true nature, that woman. I informed the police about our son's disclosure. He remained silent for days after telling me about my wife's behavior, but confirmed it to the police with a nod. She's no longer in the house, and I've started divorce proceedings seeking sole custody of our son for his well-being. Our son still cares for her and misses his mother. This situation is tough on him. I'll set up monitored visits based on my lawyer's advice, but I won't let my boy grow up in that environment. For those wondering, he's now seeing a therapist to help him cope with everything and adapt. Good boy. The poor pup felt down for 7 days after I told my wife to leave. She was his favorite human.
Story 3.
Won the lottery, and it ruined my relationship with my boyfriend and my family. Won the lottery, and it wrecked my relationship with my boyfriend and my family. I always thought winning the lottery would be a dream come true. But now, I have more money than I ever imagined, and my life seems to be crumbling. A few months back, I bought a lottery ticket without much thought. I forgot about it until I saw the numbers on TV. I couldn't trust my eyes. I had won $600,000. At first, I felt stunned. I called my boyfriend Jay, and he hurried over just as thrilled. We both felt elated imagining what we could do with the money, but the dream soon became a nightmare. It began with Jay. He started planning how to spend the money without asking me. He wanted to leave his job right away, get a fancy car, and put money into dangerous business ideas. When I said we should slow down and maybe get advice from a money expert, he got upset. He said I didn't trust him and that I was trying to control everything. Then my family got involved. My parents, who I've never gotten along with, wanted to get back in touch. They began to suggest they were struggling with money and could use some help. My sister, who's always envied me, flat out asked for a share, claiming she deserved it for all the time she supported me. It seemed like they all saw me now, as if I was just a source of cash to them. Jay grew distant and hung out with his friends more often. He'd return home late reeking of alcohol, and we'd fight about how he spent money and his new friends who seemed to want our cash. Things came to a head when he proposed we put a big chunk of money into a business his buddy was launching. I refused, wanting to play it safe, and he lost it. He called me selfish and said I didn't believe in him. The fight got so heated that he took off and didn't show up for days. During that period, my family's requests grew more forceful. My parents suggested they deserved the money because they had raised me. My sister called me selfish and said I was leaving our family behind. I felt stuck and swamped, unable to please anyone. When Jay came back, we talked for a long time. It was tough. I saw that our relationship had turned bad, all about money instead of care and respect. We chose to end things. He left, taking some cash as a farewell gift. I felt both relieved and upset. I've got all this money now, but I feel broke inside. My family talks to me, and I lost someone I thought I'd be with forever. I got a money guy and a shrink to help me deal with this new life, but it's hard on me. I thought winning the lottery would make everything better, but it made things worse. I wish I could go back to how things were before, when life wasn't so complicated and people were real with me. I just needed to get this off my chest.